Welcome you to EDA customer. When you have an EDA file, then you might want to add a new field to existing EDA file. But how can you add it? They have some restriction on EDA file. The process the same unit data universe. I will using one specific for universe and SQL Server. I using the SQL Server 2019 to demo how to work. So first, they have two options. So one, when you try to add the new field, you might be using called EDA.convert or alter EDA map. But alter EDA map have some restriction on particular EDA auction file. So for this demo, basically I connect to Universe using EDA Schema Manager, convert to SQL Server 2019. So original YouTube file, then convert to a SQL Server table. The first, I will create three files. So three files all the same, but convert have a different EDA auction. So first one is the a common one. It's by default will be using whole record no and non-conforming record yes. But this kind of file is most default EDA file. You cannot use an EDA alter function. The other two function you can use it. I will show you what's the difference. Why they cannot using alter EDA alter function on the first one. The first one by default option, that's they only can do is using the EDA convert because you see my demo file. It's very simple, only three records. Only one record uh, is the non-conforming field. So when you try to just want the EDA alter, so it's not cannot deal with the non-conforming field issue. The second field, it's the way they have a different weights. So if you run EDA converts, basically there was a multiple step is renamed to existing the SQL table become backup table and create a new table based on the new schema. Then read the data. That's the main problem for EDA reconverts. On this small file, it's fine, but if you have million record, it will take much longer to get the read the data back. If you have so many meta field, they need to join together. That's the performance problem. So after you read the data from backup table, then you can write the data back to the new SQL Server table. Another way, if you really a big data, I suggest to just redo the EDA convert on the original universe file or unit data file because then you don't need to SQL join together. Just update a new column, then you can do the conversion. So that will be a little bit faster. The second type I call the product price B. That file, if you original the file have auction using whole record yes, then a map file is don't change, so it's easy to add a new record, new field. So I will show you. They basically it's very quick process and just add the new field called new field. The third option, you see the product price C file. So that's another, if you situation, you don't care about non-conforming data. So when you set up the configuration file, you must be set whole record no, and map is 0 kbyte, non-conforming record is no. So on this kind of configuration file, you can run the EDA alters. Uh, the last one I just show you we have enhancement request. We will enhance order EDA map on the first auction. So in the future, supposedly it should deal with the non-conforming data issue. So first, I like to create the three as a demo file so you can see. So first, I like to create a product price A. So we will create the product price A. I will do the same thing for B. Create the second one, and I can create the third one. So if so, it's the same. The product price A list product PRICE. Same thing. List PRODPRICC. So you see the complete three file is all the same. But if you look at the last one, you see the discount rate. I intentionally put the a non-conforming field. So you will convert whole record become non-conforming records. So after I create this file, then first I like to working on the first called product price A. First, I already have EDA data source created on my machine. So first, I want to using the EDA schema manager tool to create uh, the default configuration. So first one, I just created. So I like to refresh. That's the SQL Server. And also, first I need to create on the EDA schema manager. I already connected. Then I just create a three file. So I need to refresh so I can see it. So called product price A, B, and C. So first one, I can create a new schema. So I can use in the EDA schema. I using the already created SQL Server 2019. So from beginning, I choose is no new field. So that's the original. So you will see that's original default setting. After I convert it become EDA file, I can add the new field. So first, the auction is default setting. So the default setting is whole record is no, and map field non-conforming record is yes. So that's first time you can run the show the schema unverified auction. So successful. Then second, it's if you need to understand how it work behind the thing, you can get the DDL. Let's just create a one simple table for this simple file. The third auction, basically I just want to run EDA convert. So pretty simple. Basically just create a three record on the SQL Server side. So after create it, you will see pretty simple to create on the SQL Server. So after create it, I can refresh. So after create it, called product price A. So you will see the auction called product price A is here. So I retrieve the data. So you look at the data, you will see a non-conforming. First two is okay. The last one is non-conforming data. So you will see the flag is 1. So let's just say convert successful 3. So I can do the same thing for second one. You will see a little bit different. So the second one I can show you is called price B. The second one, I need to EDA schema. I can create code on this one, price B. So new schema B. So I can choose the same thing, SQL Server, choose in 2019. So yes. Then I remove the new field. So this time I need to choose the different whole record. It's yes. So basically it will be a little bit different setting. So that's the setting for choose the whole records. So if you choose whole record, so whole record will store in the non-conforming field. So after this, same thing, I can do the EDA convert. So after you convert it, you will see the record will be different. So you will see the 3 records successful. I like to create another one called price C, product price C. So that's the third auction. So that's the third auction one. So it's same thing. I choose the same. So I will allow the new field, so I can edit later. So after this, I need to choose the auction. So choose the whole records no, and here must be 0, and this will be no. So that's the without any non-conforming field saved to SQL Server. So after create it, so this one you convert it a little bit different. Because no conforming data, so it might be give some error, but it's defined. It will convert to SQL Server, but it just you will see that only create the 2 records, and 1 record it's not saved to SQL Server. So go back to SQL Server part. You will see a little bit different. So I need to refresh. So if you look, it's called product. Yeah, see, you will see. You see the whole record will be a little bit different. That's whole records. So you will see whole data will store whole record. Then if you look at the price C, you see no non-conforming data. So if you go back to if you see on the universe EDA this file, so I need to refresh. Just click. So you will see a little bit different for the file. You will see the EDA product. See, let's call a product price A and EDA save, and this one actually it's not complete because you will see the different 2K. So because they hit some error, so it won't rename it. Then inside the process, you said you need to run the command and make sure you don't use it. So I can disconnect. If there's some error, I can disconnect. So you can run here. So EDA convert product C rename. So basically, they just rename back to the. If you click again, because the file is held by the process, so I need to disconnect so I can go back to rename it. Otherwise, it won't allow you to change it. On Unix is getting better. You just rename without any problem. But Windows a little bit different. So if you look at, you see, press A, the EDA save is original universe file. That's the EDA file. Same thing for 3.5. So after you get the convert to a universe file, from a EDA file convert to all the SQL Server, then we want to add the new option for the change. You want to change the schema. So first, I'd like to show you the change the schema on the EDA. So I can connect back. So from this, I connect back to my universe environment. So the first one, I already have a 3 called product price A. So from this, you see this auction is the default auction. So that's the all default auction. This is by default auction. So I can move the new field. Then it's the change at the new field. So I can save it. So after this, then you will see the additional auction called EDA alter. So on the first auction, if you click this auction, you will fail. I show you, you will see the error. So it's not allow you to do the EDA alter. So you will fail. So I can show you the error. You see, it only allow you to do this based on the auction. So next we can do again. You cannot do the EDA alter function, but you can do the EDA convert. So after you EDA convert, I will show you the result. You will change it to add. Basically, they have more process to do the EDA convert. So you will see a successful copy. So after do it, then we can go back to SQL Server. So let's go back to SQL Server called price product A. I can get the data back. You see the new field. So that's the first one auction to do this way. Then second, they have another way to do the EDA converts. So if you change it, but you can another way is if you have a mini record data, it's pretty big. Using this auction might be take a long time to do the converts. So another auction will show you. I can go back to. I like to convert back to universe file. So if you go back this one, plus. So you see the price product price A. So this one is the EDA file. So I can rename. So after rename it, and I back to original universe file. So this one is the original universe file. So you can run from command mode or from the this one you can convert, and you can click here, but you need to choose the false option. So sometimes you can easy way to say it, EDA convert using the same and using the false command to remove the SQL Server table on the previous one, because I want to reconvert whole process. It's pretty quick. You just do a reconvert. We can convert to the new schema with new field option. So let's just for default option. The second I want to show you, it's using the product price B. So the second one is show you in the if you look at this auction, so I can show you is product price B. So this one, if you look at the auction, it's a whole record auction. So it's whole record auction, yes. So I can move to here, move to product. So that's the new field. So after this, you can save it. So you want to add the new field. So this time you can use in this function called EDA auto function on this whole record auction. So after you using this auction, it just basically it just change the field to add the new field. EDA auto basically it only allow you to add the new field. You cannot remove existing any columns. So you see the field yes. So same thing for C. I will show you see the auction. So on the C auction, so you will see this the different. So everything is known, and 0. And inside this, you can save it. So after you can add the new field, then you can save it. Then you can EDA authors. Definitely, you can do the same thing using the EDA convert. But EDA convert process is take longer process to do the EDA reconvert process. So after this, so B and C allow you to use in the EDA auto function. So after you convert it, then we can go back to look at the result back. So it's the price B. So you will see. So inside this, you will see the new field is here, because this field is no change. So you can do the new field. So if you look at the C, so you will see the new field, because it's the first product price A, the problem conversion problem, it's a non-conforming field. So we definitely we will change in the future release to improve the EDA auto function. So so hopefully you can learn how to add a new field on your EDA environment.